Okay, guys. Hey, welcome. It is the first day of the fall semester 2020 at Oklahoma Christian, and it is unlike any one we've ever started before. This is really strange, but we've got a tradition, and that tradition we're not able to do this year, but maybe this will capture a little piece of it. You see, the first day of school on chapel, for everybody, we all gather in the gymnasium. And in that gymnasium, all the faculty come through in their regalia. We sing some traditional songs, we have the Beatitudes read to us, and then I tell a story, and we pray over the students, and the semester's a great one. I wish we could do all of that. I'm going to skip to the story. Here's the story that I've told every year for the last several years. I got this on a TED Talk. The fellow's name was Drew Dudley. Drew says that he worked at this university. It was Mount Allison University. It was his last day of work. He was packing things up. He was moving on to another job. And a young lady came into his office and she said, "Drew, you don't know me, but you changed my life." Drew said, when you hear somebody say, "You have changed my life," well, you stop and you listen. And here's the story the young lady told. She said, "Drew, 4 years ago, it was the day before classes began here at the university, and I had come with my mom and dad. We were in the hotel the night before, and I got so scared, I decided I couldn't come all this far away from home and go to school here. I told mom and dad, crying, I can't stay, I've got to go home." And dad said to me, "Honey, that's okay. That's okay. If we need to go back, we'll go back. But since we've come this far, let's have a good night of sleep, and let's go to the college tomorrow and just see what it's like. And when you're ready to leave, we'll leave." So the next morning, Drew, we came to school, and I actually got in line to register. And I thought I maybe could do it. There was this long line in this big room, and then it hit me, no, I can't do this. And I was about to turn to my mom and dad and say, "It's time for us to go," when all of a sudden the door opens, and Drew, you come in, and you got this big goofy hat on. And I see that you've got a box and you're stopping at every person in the line and you're doing something. And as you get closer, I realize that you're giving everybody a lollipop. And you come to me and you look me in the eyes and you're quiet and you don't say anything. And honestly, it was kind of creepy, okay? And then you skipped me. You went to the next person in line and you gave this guy a lollipop. And I felt so sad that you skipped me. And then you said to that guy in a really loud whisper, hey, you see that girl next to you, that pretty girl next to you? You should give her a lollipop." And he got so embarrassed, he turned beet red. But he took his lollipop and he handed it straight out to me. And I felt so bad for him because he was so embarrassed that I reached over and I grabbed his lollipop. And then, Drew, you came back and you looked me in the eyes, and in a really loud voice you said, "Did you see that? Did you see that? Her first day away from home and she's already taking candy from a stranger?" And everybody erupted and everybody laughed. And I thought it was the funniest thing, Drew. And it was in that moment that I decided, you know what? I don't have to leave. I'm at the right place. I'm home. So Drew, I wanted to say thanks to you because you changed my life. And that young lady then turned and she walked away, and she turned back and said to Drew, "Hey, one other thing. You know that boy that handed me the lollipop? We're still dating." Well, Drew says that he moves to Toronto, and a year and a half later, he gets a letter in the mail. And he opens it up, and it's a wedding invitation of that young lady and that young man that gave her the lollipop. Here's the funny thing. Drew says that for the life of him, he doesn't remember that experience at all. But he changed somebody's life. You and I might change somebody's life, and we might not even know it in the moment. So be kind, be generous, be sweet to other people. You might change a life that you don't realize. I'm calling on you to do a few things this semester. Here's the first thing. Go to class. Students, go to class. It's worth it. Your professors are brilliant and they care about you, and you need to go to class. Here's the second thing. Go to church. We're a university that celebrates intellectual things. We also celebrate spirituality, and we want you to grow closer to God. So go to class, go to church. The third thing is we want you to go to chapel. Do spiritual life things on campus. Do things that help you grow spiritually. The fourth thing, get out of your room. Do not stay in your room. Get out and enjoy yourself. Of course, do it safely. Wear a mask, socially distance, wash your hands, but get out of your room as well. This might be the best semester we have ever had at this university, and it's going to be a semester that you can remember forever. And remember, we sometimes change lives not even knowing that we have ever done anything. God bless you. I'm so glad that you're at Oklahoma Christian. Have a great semester.